everyone, this is Colleen Lemma, Starseed Astrologer and Spiritual Messenger from SacredSoulEmpowerment.com, here to do your weekly angel card reading for Monday, February 20th through Sunday, February 26th, 2017. For this weekly reading, we're going to be using Doreen Virtue's Angel Tarot deck for the main message, and your special message card, depending on your stone of choice this week, is going to be coming from the Archangel Oracle cards, also by Doreen Virtue. Now you can see that I've already chosen all of the cards for this reading, which I normally choose the main message cards ahead of time through meditation, just for the sake of timing of the video. I did choose the Archangel Oracle cards because this is the second try on recording this video. For some reason, the first time I recorded it, it wouldn't upload. So I am needing to do it over again. But the cards are here and they are the same from the first time around. So let's look at your stones of choice first, so that you can decide which stone you would like for your special message card. So the first stone here is called Tektite. Let's see if I can get it up here to the camera for you. Now, Tektite is actually an extraterrestrial stone, and therefore it actually helps with communication with otherworldly beings. It helps to encourage spiritual growth by taking you deeper into the heart of the matter of whatever the situation or circumstance is all about. So again, this is Tektite, and you can see that it's black and it's got little like bumps and lumps in it, sort of like volcanic glass, but just a little bit different. Okay, your second stone of choice is Bloodstone. And Bloodstone is a moss green colored stone, and this has like orange or red blotches and splotches in it, as you can see. Now the Bloodstone is a powerful physical and emotional healing stone. It helps to banish negative energy or lower vibrational energy. It provides protection, and it actually increases your creative expression. Okay. And then your third stone of choice. This one's a little bit different too. This is called Snowflake Obsidian, but it's got garnet in it. And Snowflake Obsidian, it's a black stone with white inclusions or white splotches in it. You can see that. And then again, Snowflake Obsidian doesn't normally have this, but this particular one has the garnet in it, which is the red splotches there. Now the Snowflake Obsidian actually helps to recognize and release incorrect thinking and perceptions on your part. It helps to release and recognize those inappropriate or incorrect mental patterns that you may have going on within. The garnet aspect of the stone helps to bring in a sense of courage and hope within crisis situations. So again, your stones of choice for this weekly reading are the Tektite, the Bloodstone, and the Snowflake Obsidian with the garnet in it. So let's talk a little bit about the astrology for the week. This is actually a pretty important week. There's some very powerful things that are going on. To start out the week on Tuesday the 21st, we have Mercury in the sign of Aquarius, and it's making a very nice and positive connection to Jupiter in Libra. Now, Mercury is the planet of the mental realm, our ideas, the way we communicate, how we think. And Jupiter is a planet of our belief systems. Right now, it's in retrograde motion in the sign of Libra, so we're going within to kind of contemplate our own belief systems regarding relationships in our lives, not just romantic relationships, but all one-on-one relationships and what that really means, and what we really want, and to, again, any faulty perceptions or judgments that we might have about relationships is kind of undergoing a healing process, or again, we're kind of recognizing the perceptions that we have. Now with Mercury trining Jupiter on Tuesday, and we'll feel this probably Monday as well, this is helping actually form a nice, positive, harmonious energy in order to communicate with others, in order to allow our own thinking processes to just kind of merge and blend harmoniously. so that we can realize, if you were, and think on this higher dimensional level about our belief systems. So really nice energy. Now, not that it turns not nice after that, but it does get a little bit challenging as we move into the rest of the week, because from Wednesday, and again, you might start feeling this later on Tuesday, depending on what part of the world you're in, but on Wednesday the 22nd, Mars in Aries is challenging or making a square aspect to Pluto, the planet of death and rebirth, power and control, transformation, regeneration. Now, Mars in Aries likes to move fast because Mars is a fire planet, and the natural rulership for Mars is Aries, so it's right in its home sign. And Aries, of course, is the first sign of the zodiac, initiating new beginnings. So we want to push hard and fast. Now, the square to Pluto is again going to bring transformation. It's going to be bring transformation not only on a spiritual level, but within a third dimensional level as well. So circumstances, situations are going to undergo some huge change and redirection. And I say redirection because throughout the week, and skipping ahead to Sunday, the 26th, Mars will connect with Uranus as well. So from, again, Wednesday through Sunday, we have Mars squaring Pluto and conjuncting Uranus, but we'll revisit that conjunct to Uranus a little bit later here. Also on Wednesday, the moon is in Capricorn, which is the same sign that Pluto is in. And so the moon is going to connect with Pluto, and it's then going to square Mars because Mars is squaring Pluto. It's going to then square Uranus and square Jupiter. So there's a huge grand square that's going on here with the moon. Now, whenever we have the moon in a grand square, or setting off a grand square, that's a lot of challenging energy, but it's for transformation and change. It's to push us out of our comfort zone and create the changes necessary for us to evolve on our paths. So that's a really important time period to pay attention to. Now on Saturday the 25th, Mercury, that planet of communication and the mental realm that was in Aquarius and trining Jupiter on Tuesday, now Mercury's moving into Pisces, the next sign of the zodiac. Mercury, because it's a very mental planet and moving into Pisces, which is a very spiritual sign, it maybe doesn't do the best as far as communicating clearly or even thinking clearly and knowing what exactly, you need to do next or what decisions you should make. So I feel like, again, while Mercury is in Pisces, we may feel a little confused or lost. Now, the one good thing about Mercury in Pisces is that it's really great for creative endeavors, artistic endeavors, using your imagination, like creative writing, for instance. It's really good for meditation, and it's really actually good to tap into and tune into your dreams, your nighttime dreams, in order to elicit any spiritual guidance or direction. So it's also good to connect with your angels and guides, whether you're sleeping or awake, to, again, receive some of those messages. So really, really nice energy. And I didn't write down how long Mercury is in Pisces, but it's going to be in Pisces probably for at least 3 weeks. Okay, so Sunday the 26th, a big day as well. We mentioned earlier that Mars is conjuncting Uranus, but this is also the day of the new Moon Solar Eclipse at 8 degrees of Pisces. So we have the Sun in Pisces, and again, the day before, Mercury went into Pisces as well. The moon also obviously is in Pisces. That's what creates a new moon. When the sun and the moon are together in the same sign at the same degree, that's a new moon, a sign of new beginnings. And Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac, so these new beginnings are happening more on a spiritual level, a spiritual energetic level. It's about our dreams, both our daytime dreams and what we want to kind of bring into fruition or manifest in our lives, as well as our nighttime dreams. Again, this is a sign of the collective, unconditional love, the spiritual realm, connecting with loved ones on the other side. So a lot of new beginnings, again, on the spiritual plane. Now, it is a solar eclipse. Remember 2 weeks ago, we had a full moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Leo. So that full moon lunar eclipse, and now we have this new moon solar eclipse. This is a month of the eclipse energies. The eclipse doesn't just bring about things or energies or happenings on those days. and not even necessarily just for a few days. When we have eclipses, it actually sets things into motion that may last for several weeks. It brings heightened and intensified change and movement forward on our paths as far as our growth and evolution as a soul. Now, the forward movement, maybe it's forward movement as far as, what our ego minds on the third dimensional level are desiring to move towards. But this is also much more in a spiritual realm as well. As far as the eclipses and our soul growth and evolution, we're being challenged to push ourselves, to expand ourselves, to move forward, again, on the spiritual plane, as far as stepping into our power, stepping into the truth of who we really are as a soul. So some of the changes that come about may be outside of our comfort zone, but they're going to be changes nonetheless. And the other thing that signifies some changes here is, again, the fact that Mars is connecting with Uranus also on Sunday, the day of that new moon solar eclipse. Remember way back on Wednesday, starting to feel that again on Tuesday, but on Wednesday, Mars was squaring or challenging Pluto, and the moon was in Capricorn, setting off that grand square. Now Mars has moved forward throughout the week, and it's connecting with Uranus. This is really bringing some unexpected changes into our life because, again, Mars is in Aries, forward movement, energy, and action, okay? And Mars is one of those planets that really sets things into motion because of its natural energy of movement. And Uranus is that planet of change, redirection, surprises, the unexpected. So when you put Mars and Uranus together, especially in the sign of Aries, you can be sure that there's going to be some unexpected changes occurring. But let's look at them as exciting changes. I think they're going to be exciting changes, and they're definitely going to be, again, moving us more into alignment in the direction that we need to go and making the changes that we need to make in order to further our evolution and growth. Now, a sneak peek into next week. As we do next week's video, Monday, Mars will then move on to oppose Jupiter, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in next week's reading, but it is kind of part of this configuration with Mars squaring Pluto, conjuncting Uranus, and then opposing Jupiter. So it brings our belief systems, especially our belief systems, again, about relationship, equality, and justice, which is where Jupiter is in the sign of Libra, which rules all of that. So we're bringing, that into our experience as well. So we'll be feeling that Sunday. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the cards for the week and see what our angels and guides, what the messages are for this week, this powerful week with the solar eclipse. Okay, so the first card is the Seven of Water. And of course, the water suit is the cups in the traditional tarot. The Seven of Water in this deck, actually at the bottom, says a complex decision, the need to do research, stop procrastinating. Okay, so again, the water or the cups is all about our emotions, our feelings, okay, the emotional realm, if you will. The number 7 numerologically is really about going within, finding our own sense of self, having trust and faith and believing in ourselves. Sometimes the number 7 can bring kind of a lack of faith and trust and a little bit of confusion, and that's really what the Seven of Water here is all about. I think it's confusion on the emotional realm, not knowing what decisions to make or what direction to go in because we're kind of merged with that emotional energy, and whenever we have our emotions involved, sometimes things can get a little tricky and confusing because sometimes our heart wants to go one way and our mind and our logic are saying something else. And I think that's what the Seven of Water here is saying, especially with some of the energies we have going on this week, is that it's really about connecting with our inner emotional nature and feeling what feels right to us. Not what we logically think, but what feels right. And again, it's going to be a little confusing trying to sort out those emotions, but that's okay. Take your time and sort them out. I feel like also here that we have to recognize that there's gifts being given. If you look closely at the imagery, we have all these cups in the water, and they have different colored lights above them. Actually, the 7 cups have the lights of the 7 different chakras here in this particular image. And the 7 chakra lights, corresponding to the root chakra up through the crown chakra, is giving us an indication maybe of where our emotions are being kind of confused or muddled a little bit. So if there's a particular color in this card, if you can see the colors very well, or if you know what chakra you're having some issues with, that's going to help you to have an understanding of where there might be some confusion and where some kind of inner soul searching needs to take place. But let's go ahead and move on to the second card and see what that's all about. Okay, so now we have the Ten of Air. And the Ten of Air is, of course, the sword suit in the traditional tarot. And excuse you can tell these cards are well used. It may be time for a new deck here pretty soon. But the Ten of Air in this deck at the bottom says, the end of a difficult situation, embrace the change and expect things to get better now, recovering from an addiction. Okay, so the number 10 in the tarot, this is the last number before we get to the court cards, the page, the knight, the queen, the king. And so we're at the end of something. Whenever we have the 10 of whatever suit it is, we're at the end of an experience within that suit. And again, this is the mental realm. The air is swords. It's about the mind, the ego mind, our thought processes, our belief systems. So we're nearing the end of an old way of thinking. We're nearing the end of an old way of believing about something, and we're going to be soon being able to set ourselves free. Just like in this image, we have 10 unicorns, but 2 unicorns out here are in front, and they're breaking away from the rest of the group. Okay, so they're moving away. They're breaking away and freeing themselves from what that old energy was all about. And that's a good sign. When it says the end of a difficult situation, that means that we're moving away from it. We're being able to release and let go of some old ideas, thoughts, and belief systems on the mental realm. So the first 2 cards here, we have the confusing emotional realm. We have the mental realm where we're dealing with some maybe stuck mental energies or thought processes or belief systems, judgments maybe. And again, we're potentially moving towards that new moon solar eclipse energy at the end of the week and being able to free ourselves. But let's see what the last card is to round out the week. All right. Aha! So the last card is a very beautiful, powerful card. And, this to me really goes well with that new moon energy of new beginnings. This is the Empress. This is Major Arcana number 3 and the Empress with Archangel Gabriel. The message at the bottom says, lavish abundance, give birth to your dreams, nurture yourself and others. And what stands out to me as far as what's written at the bottom here is give birth to your dreams. We're in a new moon. It's about new beginnings. It's a solar eclipse. It makes it much more powerful. So here we are just putting out that creative self-expression in some way, shape, or form. The Empress is about creative self-expression. That's why the Empress is often shown in the traditional tarot as being pregnant and about to give birth. She's expanding herself and she's getting ready to creatively express through her body the birth of this new child. And so the universe and your angels and guides are saying, give birth to your dreams. Really expand yourselves and move into the abundance and prosperity that the universe has to offer you. The Empress is about abundance and prosperity. Not necessarily financially, although it could be, but this is abundance and prosperity of a spiritual level. We have the Major Arcana cards is always about our spiritual growth and evolution, our path on our soul's journey. And so we're moving into this creatively expansive, abundant, prosperous energy if we just allow. So I feel like this is a really auspicious time. And I also feel like getting out into nature maybe this week is going to really help to recalibrate your energies, ground your energies, help to balance you, and help to nurture you, help you to have this peace and calm and connectedness to the spiritual energies around you through nature, through the animals, that actually might assist you with tapping into your own creative expression in some way, shape, or form. But get ready to spread your wings, just like Archangel Gabriel here. Spread your wings and get ready to move into a new energy. All right, so let's take a look at your special message card depending on your stone of choice. So for those people that chose the Tektite, okay, the Tektite people, and again, I did draw these on camera in the original video that wasn't able to be uploaded. So the message for Tektite people, love this message. Take back your power. Archangel Raziel. It says, use your God-given power and intention to manifest blessings in your life. Wow, like that is a powerful, powerful message. And Archangel Raziel is kind of like this magical archangel that reminds me of Merlin the magician, because he's really helpful in us connecting to esoteric wisdom and knowledge, the magic of manifestation, the law of attraction. So when you're utilizing visualization and manifestation techniques, call on Archangel Raziel to assist you. In this case, he's asking you again to take back your power, own your power, step back into your power, reclaim it. Maybe you've been in a disempowering situation, circumstance, or relationship. Maybe you're just having disempowering belief systems or thoughts roaming around in your head, disempowering emotions that are holding you back. This is going to be a time, again, as we're nearing the new moon, that means we're releasing in the first part of the week. You know, as that full moon eclipse that we had a couple of weeks ago is now waning, it means we're releasing and letting go of what we no longer need. As we get into the new moon solar eclipse on Sunday, the 26th, and thereafter, that's when we can really start to grow into these new beginnings. So now is a time to release the disempowering energies or circumstances, and again, move into taking your power back. All right, for those of you that chose the bloodstone, let's see what your special message is. Okay, so this is a card that says overcoming difficulties. Your angels and guides want you to know that you're overcoming difficulties. This is Archangel Jeremiah. It says, the worst is now behind you, and you are surmounting any previous challenges. Beautiful message, and interesting. If you look, it's actually the card that comes in front of the Ten of Air, where the two unicorns are breaking away, breaking free of some old limiting belief systems. Now we have overcoming difficulties here that says the worst is now behind you. Okay, you're surmounting these challenges. You're moving past these challenges. You're breaking free from these challenges. And I love this image here. If you look, it's like an angel. It almost looks like a phoenix. It can, it looks like a hawk, a vulture, a phoenix, some sort of bird, but probably the image of an angel as well. And it almost looks like an angel feather here, but there's this line of beautiful energy to where this angel or bird is rising above these old energies that is no longer needed. And if you look really closely at the top of the card, where right above the image of the angel or the bird, there's rays of light coming down from the heavens. So that image, that bird, that angel is moving up towards the light, moving up towards the rays of universal oneness, God source energy, the blessings and gifts and opportunities of the universe. And again, rising above what is no longer needed. So this is a beautiful image. There's also this almost like a ring of fire here in the background. And whenever I think of fire, I think of creative potential and creative energies. So you're also rising into, again, in a way, like the first card, rising into your power, rising into this creative potential that is within you. So very, very good message as well. The last card for the people that chose the Snowflake Obsidian with the Garnet. Let's take a look at that card. Patience, okay. Patience is your message, and it says, Archangel Jophiel, your dreams are blooming more rapidly than you realize. Still, they need nurturing and patience. So a very, very good message for you as well. Remember here that the message seems to be that whatever your dreams or desires are, you're moving much more rapidly than you even think you are, or that you can even tell or see. And I feel like we're going to be able to see more as the sun moves into Aries, because right now with this Pisces energy, the sun in Pisces and Mercury now in Pisces, it's hard to really see clearly. There's things happening on the spiritual realm, because that's what Pisces rules, is the spiritual realm. but maybe we don't quite see the progress we're making. We don't see the leaps in evolution that we're making. So right now, have patience. Know that it's happening because our angels and guides are telling us that our dreams are blooming much more rapidly than we realize. But have patience and nurture yourself and nurture your dreams, whatever they are. We have this image of Archangel Jophiel here, which is the Archangel of Beauty, and she's watering the flowers. You know, she's very patiently and lovingly watering those flowers and nurturing them to grow and to blossom into something, you know, much more beautiful than they already are. So again, have patience with yourself and have patience with the process, and know that your angels and guides are helping you with whatever situation and circumstances that you're dealing with. So I hope you've liked this weekly angel card reading. You might want to go back and check out the monthly angel card reading for the month of February, again, because we have such powerful eclipse energies going on this month. It's an important month for movement and change. So maybe you've watched it already, maybe you haven't. Maybe you want to watch it again to kind of remind yourself of that monthly energy. Thank you to all of you that follow me on YouTube under Colleen Lemma, my channel. For all of you that follow me on Facebook under my 2 pages, Colleen Lemma and Sacred Soul Empowerment, where I do daily astrological and empowering posts. Thank you for your comments, for liking and sharing and subscribing. I really appreciate each and every one of you, more than you even know and realize. So until next week, I send you all many, many blessings of love and light.